Good morning, it's today again. Welcome back to Joseph's Reserves. I'm Joseph, and I store 20% of my income in the form of rare coins and precious metals. I remember when I first started stacking and collecting, I would walk into a coin shop or be looking at coins online, and I would see words like proof, reverse proof, burnished, and honestly, I had no idea what any of it meant. I'd pick up two American Silver Eagles that to me looked almost identical, yet one cost significantly more than the other. I didn't know what I was missing. Was one more rare? Was it made of different silver? Was it just a better coin? Or was I paying for this fancy box? Well, today I'm going to answer all those questions. I'm going to tell you about how the US Mint makes different types of coins, how to identify them, why collectors value some more than others, and why one of the biggest mistakes as a beginner is thinking that a proof coin is simply just a really nice uncirculated coin. So let's jump in. Congratulations to Barefoot Billy for being the first to comment on yesterday's video. Thank you for the support. Y'all go down into the comment section to find him and start a conversation. Before we can understand proof coins, we have to understand what a normal coin is. Most coins produced by the US Mint are what we call business strikes. A blank metal disc called a planchet is fed into a press, a die strikes the planchet, and a coin is ejected. That process repeats, and the goal is efficiency. The mint may produce millions of these coins. Business strike coins are designed either for circulation or, in the case of bullion products like American Silver Eagles, for investors who want the precious metal. The dies are not specially polished, the planchets are not individually handled. The mint isn't trying to create a showpiece, it's just trying to create a coin. This is important because it gives us a baseline. Everything else we discuss is going to be simply a variation on this process. So now we'll go ahead and talk about this proof coin. Instead of using normal dies, the mint uses highly polished dies. Instead of feeding the planchet directly into production, the planchets receive special preparation and inspection. Instead of focusing on the speed, the mint is focusing on quality. The coin is struck with greater care and often more than once, bringing up every detail. The result is a coin that was never intended for circulation. It was created specifically for collectors. So that's how proof coins develop those deep mirror-like fields and the frosted devices that seem to jump off the surface of the coin. Here's one of the most important things that I want you to remember from this entire video. A proof coin is not just a really nice business strike. A proof coin was manufactured differently from the very beginning, and that's a huge distinction because even I, in the beginning of my stacking journey, thought that if I just found a coin that looked nice enough, it would be considered proof. Here I have two 1964 Kennedy half dollars. On the right, a business strike, and on the left, a proof. Now, the one on the right could be in even better condition. It could be one that could grade an MS65 or an MS66, but that still doesn't make it a proof. This one specifically is definitely not in that condition. You could see the scratches on the face, but the point is that you don't see the mirror finish like the one on the left with this proof coin that I'm showing right here. Even this scratched up, dinged, and spotted proof coin is extremely reflective in a different way than the uncirculated or the business striked coins. So that's the actual difference between a regular coin and a proof one. The actual strike. It's not just condition. Condition is talking about a completely different characteristic of the coin. So when you're looking through 90% silver and you're trying to find a proof coin, look for the actual proof characteristics. The mirror-like fields, the sharper rims, the distinctive surface. Don't just assume that every extremely attractive coin is a proof. And it goes even further than that. One of the most popular finishes on modern coin collecting is the reverse proof. The easiest way to understand the reverse proof is thinking about a normal proof coin literally in reverse. The proof coin has a background that is mirrored and the devices are frosted, and the mint simply reverses that relationship. In the reverse proof, the devices become mirrored and the field become frosted, and that's it. These reverse proofs are often produced for specialty situations like this 25th anniversary set that I have. There are many out there to collect, but not as many as the annual production of the business strike or the proof coins. Next up, we have the burnished coins, and burnished coins actually create a lot of confusion because they look so similar to the business strike coins. A burnished coin is also specially prepared on the planchet level. It's literally polished and burnished before striking it. Burnishing is almost like a buffing process that uses high heat to create a bit of a matte finish. For the American Silver Eagles and American Gold Eagles, burnished examples typically are identified by the W mint mark from West Point. These coins were created specifically for collectors. They're often produced in much smaller quantities than standard bullion, yet many collectors overlook them because they just aren't as visually dramatic as the proofs and reverse proofs. Personally, I think burnished coins are one of the most underrated products the US Mint makes. Here you can see a burnished coin on the left and the business strike on the right. While the proof and reverse proof are meant to give more of a reflecting surface, you can see that the burnished coin gives off less of a reflection. That matte finish is actually quite more striking in person. Then there are the enhanced finishes. The mint eventually developed techniques that allow different areas of a coin to receive different finishes. Some areas might be heavily frosted, some lightly frosted, some mirrored, some satin. The result is some of the most technically advanced coins the mint has ever produced, and these finishes can be absolutely stunning. Since I don't have them, here are some pictures of the enhanced proof and enhanced reverse proof from 2013 and 2019. So what does all of this mean when it gets to the actual market? Generally speaking, of everything that we talked about here today, the bullion coins have the lowest premium and the highest liquidity. They're easy to buy, easy to sell, easy to understand. The proof coins tend to attract the traditional collectors. They're building complete date sets. They're people who enjoy the presentation, people who appreciate the craftsmanship. The reverse proofs often generate a tremendous excitement because they're visually unique and frequently have lower mintages. The burnished coins tend to have a smaller but local collector base, and the enhanced finishes often command a strong premium because they're a modern specialty product. But here's something that is incredibly important. A finish alone does not guarantee the value. Rarity still matters, the mintage still matters, the demand matters, the collector interest matters. A proof coin can be worth a lot less than a scarce business strike coin. Never assume a proof automatically means it's valuable. Something I see all the time in the shop is that a customer walks in with a proof coin, but no box, no certificate of authenticity, no packaging, just the coin. We call these orphaned coins. An orphaned coin is a genuine mint product that's been separated from its original government packaging. The coin is still real, the silver is still real, or the gold is still real, but the market often discounts it because collectors like complete packages. They want the box, they want the COA, they want everything that originally came with the coin. And depending on the product, missing the packages can reduce the value significantly. Think about it, if you were in the coin shop and they offered you one of these proof coins with the box and COA, and right next to it the same proof coin but just the coin, if they were selling them both at the same price, which one would you buy? Of course, the one with all of the packaging. So then it begs the question, how much does one of these proof coins without the packaging have to be discounted in order to actually sell it next to one that has the packaging? Oftentimes, common date orphaned proofs have to be sold at the same rate as a regular silver eagle. Even then, in some cases, some stackers would prefer a regular business strike eagle to an orphan proof without the box and COA. So if you are one of those who is buying these modern mint products, save the box, save the certificate, save all the packaging. You might not care today, but when you bring that coin into a coin shop, you're going to wish you had saved all of it. So then should you be buying orphaned coins? I think absolutely. In fact, some of my favorite deals are orphaned coins. These are the type of products you could go in and really negotiate over a deal. So if there's anything to take away from this video, it's this. A proof coin is not just a really nice coin. A proof coin has a completely different manufacturing process. And once you can really understand it, everything else starts to make sense. The business strike, proof, reverse proof, the burnished, the enhanced finishes, they're all answering the same question. How was this coin made? And then the second question we need to ask is, how well was it preserved? And finally, how does it grade? If you can answer those three questions, you'll probably understand every terminology you'll encounter in coin collecting. And the next time you enter a coin shop or go to a coin show or a estate sale, you'll know exactly what you're looking at. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Go to the comment section to start a conversation or continue one. Share the video with someone that you think may like it, and subscribe if you haven't already. To my long-term subscribers, thank you so much for your continual support. And make sure you go to josephsreserves.com to check out my merchandise, my coffee mugs, and the It's Today Again coffee, as well as my zip-up coin bags. But most of all, thank you so much for watching. And just remember, every ounce adds up. So no matter how small, just keep stacking.